Hi everyone, this is Smriti. Welcome to QA automation classes. And in the last class, we have seen the creation of the base class or base steps, right? So where we have moved our reusable component or the common method, right? Such as accessing the base URI, right? So reading the properties file and retrieving the base URI from them. Okay, so that is the one thing that we have seen in the last session, and today we'll be looking into the more HTTP method calls. Okay, so today let's look into the put call. Okay, so if you go to the postman and say the put call, right? So let's say how does the put method work? So if you see, okay, so the method is put, okay, and for put method we have to target any existing object. Okay, so in the user post endpoint we have an object called 33. Okay, so let's see how does it work. So let's see. Okay, so this is what we created in the last class. Okay, so that is author 33, ID 33, author Smriti, transforming from QA to estate. Okay, so if you go and see, this is what we have created, the 33. Okay, so now what I want to update the values, right? How can we update? So let's say ID is 33, so I'm saying title, update it to the rest assured framework designing, and author is QA automation classes. Okay, so this is these two property I'm trying to update now, right? For the same object 33, if I get this browser over here and we can see, we can compare it. Okay, so okay, we can go little. Okay, also not fine here. Okay, so this is, if you see, this is Smriti transferring from Q to estate, and here if you see we have what is that body, where can I see it? Okay, here. Okay, let me expand it. Okay, so here I'm saying rest assured framework designing and QA automation classes. Okay, these two things I'm going to update, the title and author I'm going to update. Okay, so if I say send, what will happen? So if you see, it will say, okay, ID 33, title is getting updated and author is also getting updated. So what we can do, we can update these two values, we can pass these two values and updated values and hit this endpoint. Okay, we have to pass our resource slash ID. Okay, we have to remember that we have to pass resource as well as we have to pass the ID. So after passing the ID, we can see the ID is getting generated. For that particular ID, the title and author variables are title and author keys are getting updated with the updated values. Okay, so that also will be written in the response. We can assert on that one also. So let's understand what happens when you are trying to hit a endpoint, that you are trying to hit the endpoint and access a object or update a object, right? So put means updating, right? So trying to update a object that is not at all present. Okay, so let's say 400 378, it is not at all present, right? So if you see, we don't have a 378 ID over here, right? So if I go and hit it, what will happen, right? So before that, I can do one thing, just save as example. Okay, fine, awesome. So let me duplicate this one. Awesome. Okay, this one I can delete as of now. I don't need this response. So yeah, so let's say put copy, and here copy, let it be 33 here, timing. Okay, and here put copy, hit 378. So let's try to send this and see what happens. So if you see, it is 404 not found. Okay, so what exactly we're trying to do? So before, whenever you go with any put operation, what you need to see, you need to try to hit it. Okay, so try to hit it and you have to see if it is there or not. You have to assert it, right? So you have to see if the response dot, for how to retrieve the status from the response code, right? So we can retrieve the response from the status code and see if it is 404 not found. That means the object is not present, then you cannot possibly update it, right? If object is present, then you can go and update it, right? Okay, so that kind of the validation you can put when you are doing the automation. So let's go to the IntelliJ and try to do the automation. So first we'll go with the normal flow, and then we'll see how to achieve it. Okay, so I'll do one thing, I'll copy this one and I'll try to paste it here. Let's comment out this one. Okay, so now this is get, this is post. Okay, and I can just separate like this. Okay, so post, say like this. Okay, and here it is get. So get, okay, get. So done. Okay, so this is get, this is post. Okay, and this is what we are going to do the put call over here. Okay, so let's say put. Okay, so now input. Okay, so now create a new user post through http post method. So we can say something, right? We are not doing that, we are just going to update it, right? So for that one we can say like testing put operation. We can say instead of create we can say update, update and user post, okay, through http post method. Okay, not post method, this is put method. Sorry, for the put method. Okay, so now given user says the API endpoint with resource, this is perfectly all right. We have to pass the resource, okay, and we have to pass the ID also, right? We can set the endpoint there, but we have to add the ID also, right? And user hits the endpoint with put call, right? So instead of post method we can say put method. Okay, so put method by passing valid ID, title and author, and then API should return the valid status code in response, and API should return the created data in response body. API should return the not created, this will be the updated data in response body with ID and title and author, and response should be in the JSON format. Okay, obviously. Okay, so now post is 35 30, post resource is post, ID is 33, title transferring from QA to state. Okay, so let's do one thing, transforming from QA to state. Let's update this one with our put call rest assured framework designing or something we can say. So we can do one thing. So now I have already changed it. Okay, so okay, we'll do one thing, let's delete it. Let's delete the 33. Okay, we'll delete 33. So done. So now if I go and see, 33 will not be there. Awesome. So now I can, okay, let's do this one. Let's comment it out. Okay, comment it out and uncomment it and run it. Okay, so that the 33 will get created and then we'll update it. Okay, it is fine. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, 33. Okay, awesome. So got created. So you can go and refresh and see 33 got created over here. Okay, fine. So now everything is done. So now let's comment it out again. Okay, and uncomment our put. Okay, fine. So we can copy paste now. So go to the put. Okay, rest assured framework designing. So copy it and we can put as the title rest assured framework designing, and then the another one is the author is the QA automation classes. This is the things we are updating. And the start, what is the status code here? You see 200, right? Not 201, it is update. Okay, so now go, the status code is 200. Okay, and we can delete this spaces. Okay, awesome. So now this is nothing but our one of the post call. Okay, so sorry, this is one of our put method. Okay, so for put method we need to define these two statements. Okay, so in the step definition what is going to change? Okay, so let's create the step definition inside the user post step definition. Okay, awesome. And then again go there and we can generate this one also. Okay, done. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, so what exactly we are going to do here? Okay, so user hits the endpoint with put method by passing valid ID, title and author. So three things we need over here. So string ID, string title and string author. So I can copy from here. Okay, so copy, so put it over here. Okay, fine. and then what I need to do, I need to call that respective method. Okay, so we'll create that method. Okay, so I can say you push dot, and then I have to call that method. We have to create it. Okay, so before that, here also we'll do the same thing, right? This is the verification, but let's go with go and start creating those methods at least. Okay, then only we'll understand how to call them, right? So first let's go to our what is that API class, user post API class, and here we need to create two more methods. Okay, so the first method is hit the endpoint with the put method, right? So what we have written here is the endpoint with put method. Okay, so this is what we have to create. Okay, so user post. Okay, so now here public void, let's say hit endpoint, hit endpoint. Okay, hit endpoint with the post. Okay, hit endpoint with the not post, sorry, put method, with the put method. Okay, so I'm going to have it. Okay, so here what we need, so we'll be getting three things, right? As I have already told you, we'll be getting ID and title and author. Okay, so string ID, title and author, everything I can put it over here. Okay, so here what exactly we are going to do, so we already have somewhere the base URI. We have the base URI, base steps. Okay, so we are directly calling, we can, okay, that's fine, I'll do the I can call it directly. Okay, so now let's say uh, this is endpoint. Okay, so private. Okay, so let's say private. Okay, so endpoint, right? So we'll say string. Okay, so update post by ID. Okay, update post by ID endpoint. Okay, so this is nothing but my endpoint now. So update post, update um, post object by ID. Point by put call by put method. Something gives a meaningful name. It is very big, but yeah. So you can give any meaningful name. Update post object or update by ID. This is post only. You don't have to write like that. Okay. So update by ID. Update by ID using post, using put endpoint. Okay, using put endpoint. Okay, give some meaningful name, guys. Okay, so this is how I'm giving. So I'm going to update this one. This is my endpoint. Okay, so how to construct this endpoint? Okay, so now I'll go here, right? So here anyhow I have to base steps, right? So get the base steps URI. So let's say base steps dot. Okay, so get base URI. Okay, so it will give me localhost colon 3000. Okay, so plus. Okay, so what I need to do, so how I'm appending here the resource, right? Similarly I can do the same thing here. Okay, so plus resource. Okay, so what is this resource? We don't have access to resource over here, right? So this resource will come from there. Okay, so or I can do one thing, right? So here exactly I am having to the, I'm having the endpoint totally. Where is that? So this endpoint is nothing but your base URI plus resource, that is localhost slash the localhost colon 3000 slash posts. Okay, so I can directly take the endpoint. I don't have to take the this one, right? I can directly take the endpoint over here. I don't need to call it again. So what I will say, so endpoint, okay, plus, okay, so plus what I'm trying to do, within the double quote specify slash first class and then plus ID. Okay, so what it is going to give me, so this is nothing but this is going to give me this, what did I define this one, this endpoint. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do, So this endpoint is going to give me localhost colon 3000 slash post, and then slash I'm going to give this ID. This ID is nothing but what I'm passing from my feature file. Okay, so I'm passing ID as 33. So this 33 will be in the URL up in the endpoint. Okay, so that endpoint will get constructed localhost colon 3000 slash post slash 33. Okay, so that's what it will get created. Okay, so let's go to our user post class. Okay, so now we are done with the endpoint creation. Okay, so after creating the endpoint, what we need to do, right? So we have to put that we have to pass that body, right? So here again we'll go with that hash map concept. Okay, otherwise we can go with the new Pojo class also. So instead of that, I'm saying let's go with the hash map concept over here. So instead of post, I'll say put request body now. Put request body. Okay, so now put request body. Okay, so exactly it remains same. So whatever I'm getting ID, title and author, I'm getting it from the feature file through the step definition. I'm capturing over here in this method, and then for that I'm creating a hash map of string. I already told you we need to have string and string over here. Okay, and then with that string and string, we are trying to put those values. For ID, it will be the ID whatever the value is passed from the feature file. Similarly title, similarly the author. Okay, so ID will remain same, and these two things is going to get changed for the object 33, right? So after this, what we need to do? So we have to hit the endpoint, right? So how to hit the endpoint? Okay, so let's try that one. Given, okay, dot, anyhow we are going to log all, log, sorry, given dot log. Okay, so yeah, select this one, log dot all. Okay, so I'm going to log all. Okay, and what I'm going to do, when we have to specify the content type also, when, so dot content type. Okay, so what kind of the content type we have? So we have the content type, we can say content type dot json. Okay, so json type of the content we are going to pass. Okay, so content type dot json. Okay, so dot. Okay, so here after saying that, we have to specify the body. So let's say body is similarly how we did for the post, right? So body, and inside the body we have to pass this put request body. Okay, let's pass this push request put request body. Okay, and then dot. Okay, so after putting the put request body, we have to call that respective method. Which method it is? It is the put method, right? So dot put. Okay, so what we are going to put, we have to specify the URL. Okay, so what is the URL? URL is nothing but my update by id using put endpoint. This is nothing but my updated URL or endpoint. Okay, this is done. Okay, so what it is going to do, it is going to take this all this information, id, title and author information, and it is in the form of the json, and it is going to the body, that is the body we are passing. With the put method we are going to hit that endpoint. Okay, so now it will give us some response. Okay, so now I can capture this response. Okay, so what is the response object? Response. Okay, here, so I can capture it as response. Okay, response equals to this is what I am going to capture it. Okay, so now after capturing the response, we're done. Okay, so I can print here, but anyhow the response is going to print it in the last statement. Okay, so that's okay. So that's all to this session, guys. If you guys are really enjoying my sessions, I'll request you to subscribe to my channel, and please share them with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get benefited out of it. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you are really enjoying this session, please like the content. Okay, and please do subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned to Q automation classes for more exciting cool playlist. Right, we have already completed a lot of cool playlist. Also there are upcoming playlists are there, so stay tuned to Q automation classes, guys. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.